Okay, so we start off the pedicure by soaking the feet. The best time for the feet is 15 minutes. However, we don't want our clients sitting there for 15 minutes, so just waiting. So usually I go ahead and start with the foot on the left side of me and work on that while the other one's soaking, and then when I'm done with the one foot, I let it soak longer while I'm working on the second foot. So what we put in the water, we have a foot soak. This is Pedi Ready, and this is a mango. Just about anything. I have some that I make that is Epsom salt, Dead Sea salt, and a nice scent. And that's good to soak into, especially Dead Sea salt, which is good for dry skin. And then we put in 2 drops of an antibacterial treatment. And this is what allows us to do pedicures without having to wear gloves, because this will help if there's any fungus or anything in the nails. So that is what I use when I'm doing pedicures. Well, I use this brush to put the callus remover on, and this is the callus remover that I use. If I can get it into the picture here. It's basically Callus Eliminator is the brand, and I do this with every pedicure. To me, it's part of the pedicure service, and I just put it on the brush like so. And then we will brush it onto the bottom of the feet. You want to be sure you get all the way around the heel, up and down the foot, just like this. It's not a whole lot. You just put it on like that. And then we will fold the top of the towel and have put your feet, like there you go, like, okay. And so we're going to do this, and then we wrap the toe with the towel. Okay, so this way you don't have to put heat on the callus remover. You can just wrap it with the towel like so. Okay, so she doesn't have any polish, so I don't have to worry about that. So I am basically gonna put the cuticle softener on. Pretty much any brand of cuticle softener would work. I use Blue Cross because it works really well and it's relatively inexpensive. So we put that on, and then we are going to get toe nippers. So I don't use toe clippers, I use toe nippers because I don't know, I don't feel like nail clippers are really made to fit the toes properly. So we go ahead and use a nail. Several places to get them. This one is a stronger one that I got at Sally's Beauty. And she doesn't want hers too short, so I'm just going to trim a little bit and let her tell me if she wants more. Is that short enough, or do you want them shorter?
That's good.
That's good. Okay, so we'll go to the next one. When you're using the toenail nippers, you're just going to be using the tip. So don't try to put the whole nail clipper in. Just use the tip of the clipper to clip the toenails. And remember that your client is queen, so she doesn't want them cut low. Even if you want to cut them low, you want to give the client what they want, unless there's a physical problem with the toe that needs to be fixed. Then they may not get what they want, because we have to fix the toenails. That's usually if there's a ram's horn or ingrown or a lot of dry skin underneath, or if the skin is lifted, or if the nail is lifted.
Or even a fungus.
Or even a fungus, exactly. Then you have to do what you have to do to fix the nail. But you still want to ask the client, because sometimes they rather their nails look a certain way than they fix them. but I always encourage them to fix the problem so that their nails are healthier. Okay, and what I learned from the meticulous manicurist, was you have a system. So my system is to clip the toenails and then go back with the file. Try not to move too much when I'm clipping your nails, because we don't want to lose a toe here. Okay, so we got that. Then we're going to go back with the file and we're going to file the toenail. Now I have this metal file that I use to file the toenails, but you don't have to use metal, although I found that clients like the metal better because it doesn't hurt as it touches the skin. Make sure that you're curving the toenail at the edges. You want to do the shape of the toenail, and the reason you're going to curve the edges is because that helps prevent ingrowns. That one's shorter than you wanted it. So that one I can tell I need to clip this off, but rather than picking up tools multiple times, I will finish filing the nails and then I will get the nippers and go back and cut that off. We did that with all of them. So this one even acts like it wants to go in. So if we round those edges, that'll stop it from going in. But if you have a straight corner with a sharp edge, that can very easily grow right into the skin. So right here, I am going to curve that toenail. And that way she won't have problems with ingrowns. I'm going to go ahead and knit this just a little bit more. But lift it at a curved angle instead of straight. That was actually already growing in. So she was already starting to have an ingrown right there. So by cutting that and then curving this, making it rounded so it doesn't have a sharp edge, we can prevent that from happening to her again. It may be uncomfortable for them, but believe me, they will appreciate it when they realize that they're not getting ingrown toenails because you did that. Okay. And it's okay to file the nail like this. You don't have to do it. You know, some people think you can't do it that way, but you can. Which one did you say you felt was going into your toe? Did you say a pinky?
None of them. Ow, sorry. None of them hurt. It's just my pinky toe has a lot of cuticles. So I think
Okay.
it's covered.
We'll get that out. That's no problem. So once we get that been filed, we are going to put cuticle softener on it again. And then we will work on getting our dead cuticle skin off. And you're just going to do gentle circles going back. I'm going to do every toe. You can tell the skin is dead skin because it turns white with the cuticle softener. We use the other end of the cuticle pusher to get into the sides, but don't go too deep. We're just trying to get whatever dry skin is on the layer there, unless there's an issue with a lot of dead skin under the toenail, but she doesn't have that problem. So we're just gonna go down the sides and just kind of go underneath where the white part of the nail is, and just get out any dry skin. The main thing is to just be gentle. Toes can be very sensitive, little fellas. Buffer file here and buffer nails with it. Buffing it will also help get some of the cuticle off that might be left. And if you feel like there's a lot of dry skin, dry cuticle left on the nail, you can always use the E-file to get that off. What I did right there is I just it's all right, no worries. I just buffed the top of the nail a little bit because it had a little spike on it. Okay. So once you do that, you can just check, and like I said, if you feel like there's more dry skin, you can always use the e-file and get some of that off. Just do that on her pinky because she was concerned. Make sure you're using a smaller cuticle bit when you do it, and keep it on a very low speed. Make sure you got a good grip on it. So you can see a little bit is coming up, which means that we got most of that out. And it's very easy to do that. If you feel you need to brace your finger on something, that you can actually brace it on the toe. You see how if there's any cuticle left in there, we will get it out. Just make sure that you tell your client not to move while you're using this, because you don't want it to hit where you don't want it to hit. There you go. And so it's that easy to go ahead and use the drill. Okay. So at this point, we will a cuticle, or whoops, the callus remover off of her foot, and then we will get a foot file and file the bottom of the foot. Sorry, our camera decided to go off on its own, but what I'm doing now is putting some sugar scrub on her feet, and try to massage it in a little bit, although this isn't the massage part, but you know, who's going to complain if you're massaging the foot twice? I know I sure wouldn't complain. Okay, and then we want to put it all the way up to the legs so we can get any dry skin off the bottom of their legs. So all the way up to just below the knee. We'll put some sugar scrub and we'll have her put that foot in the water, and then we are going to repeat the steps with her other foot.